Today we're gonna learn how to download Linux using Green Cloud's instructions. First thing you wanna do is you wanna have access. So you wanna do a super user and enter your password. This will make everything easier. So the first thing you wanna do after that is you wanna update your packages. And after you do that, after that's done, you wanna do the second command, which is to get more packages and some PHP tools. After you've waited and downloaded that, the next step is to install a LAMP server. We can do that by running this command and waiting for the download to happen. Now when the download is complete, you want to edit some things inside this particular file. What you wish to edit are some lines. To find these lines, you're going to select it, go to your terminal, Control W, and paste the word, and you'll see the content right there. It's 128 megabytes. We want to change this to 512. And from execution time, we do the same thing. Execution time is 30 over here. We're going to change that to 60. And another important part is, of course, the date time zone. We're gonna search for that, and it's right down here. You have to change it to your region. I want to say Asia, in Asia, Jakarta. And it's very important that you remove the semicolon too. And after that, you save it by pressing Ctrl O and enter and Ctrl X. And after that, we're gonna edit another file in the same exact way. It's a different file, but with the same intentions of settings. We're gonna skip to the part. After saving it and exiting, the next part, what we're gonna do is restart our Apache for changes to be saved. And we're gonna configure the MariaDB server by entering one of its files and configuring some changes. We have to copy all of this and put it down in the MySQL ID part right here. We're gonna paste it all like that, and you wanna go down here in collation server and put a hashtag behind there, just so that there's no collisions of settings. And then we can save it and exit, and then we have to restart it. After the restart, we'll have to run this command to log into MySQL, and then put in our password, and then we're going to run some queries. First one is to create the database for Cacti, and the next one is to run this query to grant access, and then flush privileges for that access to take place, and then finally we can exit. So the next one we could do is we need to import the time zone so that SQL understands our intentions, and the next one is to log in to MariaDB shell with our password, and then run a query, and then after that query we're going to flush privileges again, and then we can exit. So the next part is to download Cacti. The download will take a bit long. We can run this command to download it, and I'll skip to the part where it's done. Once that download is complete, we can extract the file by running this command. And after that compilation, we can move the extracted one to our Apache root directory. And then after that, we import the database to Cacti. There will be a wait, and after that we edit some configs. Over here, we're not editing anything. All we're doing is verifying these things, verify with this, they both match, so we don't have to do anything. And so we can save that, and we can create a file for the logs, and we should run these commands for full access and ownership. Then after that, create a new cacti job file again, and we're gonna paste this command right there, and then Control O to save, and then Control X to exit. And for the next part, we're gonna configure apache for cacti. We're gonna run that command to edit a file, and we're gonna put all this code inside there, which can be found in this exact website from Green Cloud. Save this, exit that, and then run this to enable a virtual host file. And then after that, this one to apply the changes. And then the final part is set up Cacti on a browser. So what you'll need is your server IP address. To know what your server IP address is, you can press IPA. And over here on the inet of the second part, the inet over here is your IP address. Over here is mine. We can go to a new tab, put down that IP, and then slash cacti. Our username will be admin, and our password will also be admin. And then we can create our new password right there. After that, we'll see this screen right here. We can accept GPL license agreement. After that, we see this screen over here. We can press next, and then we can press next on here, next on there too, and over here also all next. And then we can click on I've read the statement, next, next again, and there'll be an installation setup right here. This will take a moment, and I'll skip to the next part. When that is done, we can get started. Now, let's so how you make or use this networking tool is first you create a device. Let's say we're creating a device over here. So over here, we can have a description of the device. We can call the device, for example, device 1. And we can see its host name. Its host name should be an IP, but right now I don't have a device which can connect. So let's just use this for example. And the location is none, and the device template, you can have several templates. It could be a Windows device, MicroTik device. For now, let's do local Linux. And then you can customize this for your liking and press on create. This won't work since it's an unknown host, but when you do have the device, you can go to management and trees, and you can add a tree, create something called like devices. You can create operation was successful. We can edit the tree. We can add a root branch, say devices again, and then you can add your devices which you created into this folder. And over there, then you can see that your device exists, and you can finish editing the tree. To see the graphs of how your devices are doing, you can press on here graphs. And over here we can see our device 1. It's not there obviously because it wasn't connected properly, but if your device does exist, it'll appear here. But up devices, let's say local Linux machine, you want to see your own, this is what the devices will look like. You can even expand these graphs by customizing the settings of the application and do whatever you want to your liking. You can even change your password if you like from this setting. This was it for the setup of Cacti, and thanks for watching.